Thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. College football week 8 continues. Wednesday night football. 2 games going on tonight. FIU at Sam Houston. Sam Houston 0-6 versus like a 2-4, 3-3 FIU team. So 2 bad football teams. So normally in this scenario, the reason why we bet this one is we take the points when it's 2 bad teams, no matter who's at home. FIU getting 5.5 against a winless team. Sam Houston hasn't looked any good at all, so I'm not quite sure why the 5.5 there, but we'll take the free points as there's only a total of 41.5, so they're expecting a lower scoring game to begin with. So when that's the case, we'll go ahead and take the 5.5. But we did have a few wagers on this particular game. So FIU plus 1.5 to first quarter, FIU plus 3.5 first half, and then FIU plus 5.5 in the game. So one more time, FIU plus 1.5 first quarter, FIU plus 3.5 first half, and FIU plus 5.5 for the game. Next game up is New Mexico State UTEP. We had a barn burner last week on New Mexico State. That was a nice little pickup. I don't necessarily like him at UTEP, so we're going to pass on this particular game. I would lean to Mexico State. I think they're the better team. They're not fabulous by any stretch of the imagination, but they are better than UTEP. There was hopes at the start of the season, I guess, that UTEP was better, but those have kind of been dashed. I will give a few hints of the rest of the week so that I want everybody to kind of pay attention to. So James Madison, that line's currently at 3.5. I'd recommend getting on, if you like Marshall, to get on that now, as the line probably going to go to 3. SMU has moved a bunch. It's up to 20.5 now. That Penn State-Ohio State game that we talked about yesterday has went from 47 total down to 45.5. There's a lot of people moving that under. I don't know if you're going to get home at 45.5, but 24-20 still sticks out to me quite a bit, so it still might cover there. But just a FYI, if you're wanting to play the under there, this is a great time to get on it because I think it's still going to go down from there. UCF and Oklahoma totals went from 63 to 66. It was at 65 yesterday. 66 now for the day. The Air Force line finally came down off the 11 mark, so we hopped on. We'll go through those Saturday bets later on. And then, let's see here. I think pretty much the rest of Saturday has been pretty set. I mean, Oregon went to 20.5 at some books, so make sure you grab the 20 where you can, if it's still available in some spots, or maybe even buy it down to 20. Just adding that extra hook in is never fun on that one there. But that should be, most everything hasn't moved. There's a couple, like I said, some people will bet the big games early, but they'll stay on the smaller games, not the hype and stuff like that on those. So, and then that USC game did move to 7 at some places where they're favored by 7 over Utah. I don't know if it goes to 7.5, we're definitely hopping on Utah. I think we're pretty comfortable at Utah plus the 7. But maybe wait that one out. Washington's that line's kind of moved around, but it looks like some Arizona State, sharp bettors came in on that one. Maybe drove it down to 26.5, as maybe people think they have a letdown game after that big Washington or Oregon game last week. But just kind of a heads up for the rest of the weekend when it comes to college football. There are some lines moving, so if you want to take advantage of some numbers, like that Oklahoma line is probably going to be 21 by the time of kickoff. And remember, this thing was at 18.5. So, and it was 63 on the total, now up to 66. So things are moving. So make sure you take a look at that. And maybe you're going to have to bet those games just a little bit early to take full advantage of everything on there. So just FIU tonight. Then we'll get in. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll go through the Thursday night games we have for NFL and college, so make sure you check that out. Once you get to the end of this episode, in the comments section, you will see a link to the Google Sheets. This will basically have all of our bets, wagers, how many units, what book they were placed at, and what juice we got those. So make sure you get a chance to check that out when you get some time. There are 4 sheets. Sheet 1 is football last year. Sheet 2 is baseball this year. Sheet 3, football this year. And Sheet 4 is basketball. So when you get in there, just make sure you check that out. And give you all of our plays. We got some future plays that are down there as well, especially for this weekend already. So make sure you check those out when you get some time. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to the YouTube channel, so when we drop our bets, you get those first. Makes it really simple. Then you just have to go to your subscriptions tab, and then from there you hit subscriptions, and then sports bets for free. Boom, you're right into the channel. and you can pick up the videos with all of our bets on it, on what you want to look at, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, all of them, or half of them in between. So make sure you get subscribed and get those. Plus, you'll get our best bets that we drop as well in short form, such as baseball, college football, NFL football, prop bet of the day. Their Formula One. We'll have some stuff this weekend for being in Austin as well. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. Do appreciate everybody's support as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.